Hello, I'm Lola, and welcome back to this next part of DragonAge Inquisition. So, we were just about to charge forward with to the temple with the soldiers. Yes, just made our place in this area here. Sad to see the soldiers go like this. Gods, look at all of them. Oh, I probably shouldn't step on the body. Possibly, just a thought. Not very considerate of me. These are all injured.
Another fade rift.
Oh yeah, I probably should like make a move.
Not even a challenge.
Oh, is that loot? Sorry, I know this. Ah, the essence. That was what I was thinking about. I usually get it a lot earlier, or when I've done this before, I should say. That shows how much I've done the bloody prologue. Yeah, I used to have a habit of just making characters and getting like to Haven and then not continuing.
How many rifts are there? We must seal it if we are to get past.
Quickly then!
I see Cullen here as well. Hello, Cullen. The soldier's about to die. Oh, he's dead. Oh no, he's not. He's back up.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Thank you.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Lady Cassandra, you managed to close the rift. Well done.
Do not congratulate me, Commander.
Hello, Cullen.
This is the prisoner's doing.
Is it? I hope they're right about you. We've lost a lot of people getting you here.
He's very handsome, isn't he? I'll do what I can. I hope they're right too. I'm your only hope. Well, I don't necessarily hope they're right. I'll do what I can.
Can't promise anything, but I'll try my best.
That's all we can ask. The way to the temple should be clear. Liliana will try to meet you there.
Okay.
We'd best move quickly. Give us time, Commander.
Make her watch over you, for all our sakes.
God, helping that guy limp out. That's one big drop for a tiny dwarf like me.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
Gods.
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman.
You've already
was
said
in
this,
the
haven't
rift
you?
behind you. No one knows who she was.
A helm? Sorry, a cowl, not a helm. And a hunting bow. Jeez, look. Gods. No one needs the bow. Varric has his Bianca with him. Yeah, Varric, you can keep Bianca. Need to improve all that. Varric's crossbow is a marvel of dwarven craftsmanship, clearly the work of a master, however she bears no smith mark. When asked how he procured the weapon, Varric had a few claims. He could have won it in a game of Wicked Grace against Paragon Branca. It could have been a gift from a mysterious old beggar who disappeared into thin air. And it's possible he brought it off a crooked merchant in Kirkwall with the previous owner's hand still trapped around the trigger. None of these explanations is very likely, and continued questioning simply results in Varric grinning and walking away. I was looking for armour as well. Yeah, not high enough level, fair enough. Seems like a soulless type armor, although I think we can all wear it. It seems very soulless based. Templar helmet. I could put it on me, but it's a bit heavy. I mean, I could still wear it. Well, helmets, actually, I forgot, helmets don't really count for anything, but +3 dex is a lot better for me. I'm tempted to put the Templar helmet on Cassandra instead. I think that would be easier. Let's just have a quick look at some Codex before we move on. Temple of Sacred Ashes rediscovered. According to legend, the Sacred Ashes of Andraste were carried out of the Imperium by Harvard. Oh yeah, we had his shield in Origins. Discipline of Our Lady. Wounded by Tevinter soldiers when he tried to stop Andraste's capture, Havard was too late in coming to Minrathous to stop the execution. All he found was her ashes, left out in the elements. As soon as Havard touched them, Andraste appeared in a vision. Rise, she said, Aegis of the Faith. The Maker shall never forget you, so long as I remember. Yeah, I read this Codex recently on my Origins. Well, before I stopped playing it, it was in the Temple of Ishal, or the Tower of Ishal. The Aegis of the Faith, so named by our prophet herself, stood at her word and found his wounds healed and his spirits renewed. He gathered the ashes of Andraste and returned to the lands of the Alamari tribes, which are now Ferelden. It's said that Andraste's song led him to a holy site where Havard and his followers built a temple to house her remains. There the legend ends. For centuries, men searched for the Temple of Sacred Ashes, finding only rumours and tall tales. Chantry scholars concluded that there was no such temple, there was no sacred ashes, it was all a myth, allegory, intended to inspire and feed the fire of faith. Then the hero of Ferelden came, seeking to cure a dying Arl with the miraculous powers of the ashes. The hero, with the help of a renowned scholar brother, Ferdinand Genetivi, traced the steps of the ancients and came to a remote ruin. High in the Frostback Mountains, there the urn of the sacred ashes waited, as the legend said it would. You'd think somebody else would have, even though it's in a complete remote location, somebody else would have discovered that before. No? Like, so, some climbers, some hikers, some adventurers, I don't know. Anyway, after the triumph of the righteous over the Fifth Blight, the temple's discovery was shared with the world. Much to our dismay, however, by the time of our soldiers arrived at the temple, the urn had disappeared. To this day, we do not know who took them or why. All that is certain that it was the Maker's will. The hero of Ferelden did not share the discovery with the world, and Brother Genetivi, whose research made it possible, had disappeared without a trace. Truth, however, will always out and rumours circulated about the cause of Al Eamon miraculous recovery. Agents of the Chantry investigated claims about the Urn of Sacred Ashes and were eventually led, as the hero of Ferelden had been led, to the temple. By the time our soldiers reached it, however, the urn was nowhere to be found. Though the ashes were gone, the temple itself stood, and it was since become a source of hope for the faithful. If the Grand Cathedral is the beating heart of our Chantry, then the Temple of Sacred Ashes is her soul. Here we honour the Chantry's past, even as we forge bravely into our future. From a lecture delivered by Chantry scholar Mother Clothhide at the University of Olay in 938 Dragon. Well, that turned out well. Yes, not great. I have faced Antivan duelists, Ferelden Ash Warriors and Fog Warrior skirmishers. When we strip away the titles and tricks, they are simply men who want to see their enemies dead, but need a hand free to manage it. Duelists favour a thinner target over the offensive strength of a main gauche. Ash Warriors need a hand to guide their Mabari and a lighter weapon to take advantage of their openings their dogs leave, while Fog Warriors rely on stealth and speed too much to use a heavy shield. While engaging with such an opponent, respect his speed. His hands and feet will move a great deal, ignore them. Watch his hips and shoulders instead. First deny what advantage he has in his allies or environment, unless you have trained equally in such matters. Once you control his weapon, overwhelm him, he has no shield and no need to fear a second blade. If forced to fight in such a manner, you must decide whether you will fight as a duelist one-handed or as a chevalier. If the former, drop your leg away to tighten your centre target, as you have no shield to cover your body, or second weapon to bring it into range. Focus on a quick attack and give ground freely when you cannot find the advantage. If the latter, rely on the vimbrace and gauntlet as a shield and try to wrench your opponent's weapon away. My left arm bears the scars of such efforts, but my opponents bear worse. Better still, do not lose your shield at all, but battles are not a place of perfection. An excerpt from a meditation upon the use of blades by Swordmaster Masake de Jean-Mien. Required reading at the Académie des Chevaliers. Yeah, I'm not going to read all the time because I am aware I'm breaking up the main quest quite a bit by stopping to read, but I just wanted to read those codexes in the introduction. The rest I think we'll read, but like read in heavy amounts, not break it up in main quests, if that's what you get what I'm saying. Can't speak. Won't interrupt the quest, that's what I'm saying. Ooh, here we are.
Breach is a long way up.
Indeed it is.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple.
I look frightened.
This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'll try. Can I even get up there? Just tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do. We can never be ready.
I'm assuming you have a plan to get me up there?
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key.
So you don't have a plan for me?
And perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Suppose they wanted me up in the rift. But we're gonna go down and seal it.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
Red lyrium.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Yeah, we definitely won't.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
Oh, my hand's glowing.
What's going on here?
That's me.
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Slay the dwarf.
I don't think so.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely.
You would know,
However,
wouldn't you?
opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Oh, let's prepare. ready to kill. Right, I'm gonna... Oh shit, I didn't even mean to do that, but... Let's pause a sec, because this is going to be harder when it's a nightmare difficulty. Level 4 as well. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, he's doing it now. Oh, for God's sake, I keep pressing space to stop the timer.
We must strip its defenses, wear it down. The demon is vulnerable. Now!
I think I should go back to the rift. I'm almost too short for this. Oh, Jesus. Right. Pause a sec. Solas. You do that. Varric can use those on that. Cassandra. You focus on the big guy. And I'll jump, apparently. Oh, I guess you're not going away from me. Ooh, we're all getting killed. Cassandra, please heal. Oh, I don't do it when I go away from myself, do I? I forgot. This is hard. Why am I not doing the rift? I'm just frozen on the spot. Thank you. Yeah, this is hard on Nightmare. Tempted to stay away from the Fire Demon and just keep doing the rift. Then Sandra's gonna get pummeled. Wrong way. I need to learn how to not focus on... Killed. Get killed and no reserve potions left now. Only one. Oh, I keep getting hit, that's why. I'll take the last potion myself. Yeah, this is quite hard on Nightmare with no armor and everything. Barrack's down, Cassandra's down. It's literally just me and Solus. Just me. Thank God for that.
Do it.
That was a close one. Well, that was, yes, an event and a half. I'm awake.
I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
It's alright, why are you afraid? Where am I? Where am I?
Is this another prison?
No. I mean, I don't think so.
Then where am I? Tell me.
I think I might be frightening this person.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us.
Okay.
The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand.
Still have it though.
It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Then we're safe, they're pleased. What happens now? Oh, I just glitched on the bed. They're pleased.
So you're saying they're happy
I'm a bit
with
perplexed by this.
I'm only saying what I heard. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
me? And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Well, Haven discovered. Take some elf fruit. Yeah, I think usually I'm leveled up by now. But I'm still only level 2 because of the trials I have on, which is nice. Checking out all the pictures before I leave. To read the note. Patient observations, vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Note in case. Day 1. Clammy, shallow breathing. Pulse over fast, not responsive. Pupils dilated. Mage says her scarring mark is swimming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a temple here, just in case. Well, yeah, it's odd for a dwarf to need a Templar, isn't it? I almost have magic with my hand. And those are the DLC armor. A lot better dagger. 43 damage, plus 5 fire damage, plus 3% critical. Definitely take that dagger, it looks good as well. Move that to valuables. Oh wow, the Antum Sar. Antum Sar, should I say. It look quite nice in it actually, I quite like it. I'm a rogue, so I'd want medium armor. I can go in valuables now. I think the armor of the dragon is the best one. I like that. Looks very fancy. I look so cute and small. I love my character. She looks great. I think we're done in here. Did I get any accessories? I don't think it gives you any. No, and I've used my life ward amulet already. That can go in valuables. Ready? Out into the world. My dwarf would feel very overwhelmed right now. She's also looting before she moves on as well, as you do. Ah, canary helmet. Can't wear any of that yet. I'm not level 3. Getting loot though, aren't I? Right, I should probably head back on the path. at me.
They said when she came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over her.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb her.
Why did Lady Cassandra have her in chains? I thought Seekers knew everything.
It's complicated. We were all frightened after the explosion at the Conclave.
It isn't complicated. Andraste herself blessed her. Make her be with you.
Don't know if I believe that myself, to be honest.
Blessings upon you, Herald of Andraste.
Blessings upon you.
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
Yeah, I think I need to see Cassandra before I do everything else. Can I go this way? Probably not. I should probably go straight up to the Chantry. I think I'm sort of glitching my way out there. Ah, the first song. I won't be reading the songs because they need to be sung and I can't sing. I do know most of the songs already, so that's fine.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
I heard she was supposed to close it and...
Oh. Well, that dialogue cut off.
Still a lot of rifts left all over. Little cracks in the sky.
She can seal those though. The Herald of Andraste.
Someone had better. You won't seal those rifts with the chant of light.
Patient observations day 3. Less thrashing, some response to stimulus, vitals seem solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the Chantry to kill my patient. All this work to save her life, and will they just execute her? Will inform Lady Cassandra I expect her to wake up before the morn.
Walk safely, Herald of Andraste.
I will. Let's go this way first.
Good luck sealing those rifts.
Thank you.
Make her be with you.
Have you ever heard the story of King Bedwyr? Bedwyr, like most kings, was a man of great pride who expected nothing but complete loyalty from his subjects. He believed the best way to achieve this was through fear, after all. Those who feared him would never cross him or question his rule. Most importantly, those who feared him would always seek to please him. Bedwyr cultivated terror in his subordinates through the gleeful and unrestrained use of contraption referred to as the Maiden. The Maiden was a hinged iron casket as high and wide and deep as a man with vicious spikes within, meant to pierce through the poor soul locked into it. Jesus. Bedwyr's Maiden was a prized possession and stood in a place of honour in his throne room, often with a screaming victim inside it. Political rivals suspected assassins, treasonous ministers, the Maiden consumed them all. But as time passed, more people were given to the Maiden for increasingly trivial offences. The cook for oversalting the king's food, the page boy for dropping his sword, the Maiden cast a pall all over the kingdom, and its people prayed for deliverance from their cruel king. Then one day a strange woman rode into the city. She called herself Ember and was an emissary from a far-off land. Her leaders had heard, she said, of Bedwyr's wisdom and authority, and she sought the king's counsel. The thought that he had earned the adulation of brother kings across the sea made Bedwyr swell with pride, and he granted Ember an audience. They dined and danced, and through it all, Ember flattered and fawned on the king. At the end of the night, Ember asked to see the Maiden, the infamous device that had given Bedwyr all his power. The king, giddy with praise, proudly presented Ember with the empty contraption. Ember looked at the Maiden, sighed with disappointment, and said, "That does not look terrifying at all. I should have imagined the spikes to be much sharper." Bedwyr grew red at her comment and replied, "The spikes are sharp enough. Look at the blood that still clings to them." "But it's so small," said Ember. "Are only children and women its victims?" Bedwyr grew redder still and replied, "Of course not. The Maiden has devoured many men." Ember shook her head and said to the king, "I do not believe it. Surely no warrior could fear this thing. A man like yourself, tall and muscled, would not fit within." The king laughed and sought a way to prove the merit of the maiden to Ember. I will show you how easily a man like myself could fit, he said. And with that he stepped inside the device, but Ember was waiting. And no sooner had Bedwyr squeezed himself into the iron casket that Ember slammed it shut on him. Ember took the maiden, with the screaming Bedwyr inside, through the castle and down into the city, and the people, finally free from the king's tyranny, cheer and dance to the singing that echoed through the streets until Bedwyr was dead and it finally stopped. A tale often told in the Singing Maiden Tavern. Jesus. Quite the way to do it. Maker be with you. Even though I don't really... not sure if I believe in the Maker. My dwarf.
Not taking orders right now. Got a problem with it? Bring it up with Cassandra.
Fair enough.
Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
I even know where the loot is here. It's really sad how much I know Haven. Is there anything else up here? No. Certainly got plenty of iron. And elf fruit too. Don't know. That's the question, isn't it? Who will lead them? Right, let's head into the Chantry. There's a lot of reading here, from what I remember, so I'll leave the Chantry loot for now. And head straight to the war room, I think.
Completely mad. She should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe she is guilty.
The dwarf failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, she intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide. Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
I think it's time for me to interrupt.
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
I love that the soldiers follow Cassandra immediately.
Walk a dangerous line.
Completely ignore Roderick.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
I did what I could. I'm still a suspect. You want my help again? I'm still a suspect.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did.
You absolutely are.
No, she is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence?
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
Not sure if I believe that. What more do you want? Are you serious? You believe I'm innocent? Are you sure? I'm not a chosen one. Yeah, I don't think I'd believe in this.
You realize I'm a dwarf, right?
I have not forgotten. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to
I don't think it's your choice either.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
Yes, we will.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
The Inquisition of old, you want holy war? And if I refuse,
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay, but you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
You want a holy war?
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war.
True enough.
You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
The Inquisition of old?
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
What about the Chantry? Yeah, what are they gonna do? Oh gosh, the Chantry.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new divine, and then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
I want to help. This is rather strange. I agree for now. I think my dwarf would go in for the middle one.
When I woke up, I certainly didn't picture this outcome.
Neither did we.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Sending out all the ravens. That's Redcliffe Castle in the distance. You know, I don't think I've ever noticed that. Changed out my armor. Look at us, look at the squad. Oh, I'm so excited to continue with this. This game, for what issues it has, it's so dear to me. Especially since I've actually played it with my dad as well. We played this together, which it's our game. We played together. Again, not in a while, but during lockdown.
I suppose that would work as well.
Yeah, true enough. I suppose either would work. The breach is calmed, but the trouble is only beginning. Report to the Chantry. Even in these trying times, good help is not so hard to find. Explore Haven and meet some of the Inquisition's crafting masters. Some items recovered in battle may later be worth studying. I'm going to try and do all of the collections as well. Everything. I'm going to try and basically complete as much as I can. So, it's going to be a long playthrough. What's my armor worth now? They've put me back in the scout armor. I want the dragon one. That's better. I think I'll go straight back to the Chantry, to be honest.
Does it trouble you?
I want it gone. Not anymore. It didn't close the breach. Where did it come from? It's fine. It's all right now.
Not really.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Sounds like fun. You have an idea. It sounds like fun.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor.
Try to make light of every situation with this character.
You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes.
I love Cassandra's bluntness. A pleasure, impressive titles. Why am I here? A pleasure to meet you all.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
I'm quite polite for a Carter dwarf.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
That was quick. They still think I did it. Does that matter? That was quick.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you, a dwarf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
The Herald of Andraste?
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
It's unnerving. I don't know, they're wrong. Yeah, it's unnerving.
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's
More the gone wrong part, probably. Could we be attacked?
Will the Chantry attack us?
With what? They have only words at their disposal.
And yet, they may bury us with them.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle.
Ah, Mother Giselle.
Asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those
Mixed
involved
feelings on
far
Mother
better than
Giselle.
I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would she help us?
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
Understood.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
The War Table allows you to apply power of the Inquisition throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Mother Giselle is in the hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side. Conquered by Orlais, torn by civil war, ravaged by the Fifth Blight, Ferelden is no stranger to hardship. With the Veil weakened, the land is more turbulent than ever. Known for its culture of extravagant nobility,
Has
yet
Cassandra
also...
spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
Yeah, but he controls them. You have they're your spies, Liliana. Surely they're his recruits? Anyway. Yet also, as the birthplace of the Chantry, Orlais is the most powerful human nation in Thedas. Not an Orlesian fan, personally, but... Or rather, the, whole culture of it. Not the best for me. I wouldn't survive long there. Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting, between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest reports suggest that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order to the area. If Giselle dies, any hope of the Chantry support dies with her. My scouts will slip past the fighting, find her and protect her with their lives. Can't do those. Let us go then. Or send the message at least. Yeah, it's a mess in the hinterlands at the moment. Harding! We avoided the fighting. As best we could. It's every bit as bad as we'd feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves. And it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That will be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, a retired horsemaster of Redcliffe who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. Leader, Scout Harding. No, not yet. Yeah, preferred type, which results in less time required. Also provide different rewards. Like, the time doesn't always matter. Just because they're the quickest doesn't mean it's their best, or they're the best, should I say. Any on Olay? Not at the moment. Let's do coin first. Up until now, the Inquisition's forces have had the benefit of the Chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own sources of revenue, it is going to grow further. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin, provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. It would be a simple matter to collect the secrets and sell them, with nothing traceable back to the Inquisition. Trading in favour with merchants and the nobility is my speciality. It could earn us a great deal if we're careful. We have soldiers, let them protect caravans and do other honest work for coin. Let's go with Josephine. I'll leave the Carter for now. Herald, your Inquisition says it's for order against chaos, reason in darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my lands. They claim to be refugees, but I've seen elves and apostates among them, filthy savages tearing out our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated at the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you richly rewarded for your faith. Praise the light, Lord Kildren of Ferelden. Send patrols, but I prefer if they help the refugees, not this Lord Kildren. We can take advantage of his raving. My spies can harass the refugees into moving somewhere else to win his favour. No, I'd rather have... Don't care about this Lord Kildren. What would Josephine have done? Ah yes, Lord Kildren, a pariah even among his peers. Let us send a polite refusal, nothing more. So, there's no political benefit for having him in our good graces. In that case, I'm going to go with Cullen's decision.
To work?
And I'll leave Liliana blank for now. At the beginning point of the game, I quite like to leave one, what's the word? Advisor. Without a mission, just so I always have one spare, just in case. Yes, I have already done that, but... There are reports of small groups of Grey Wardens travelling along the northern coast of Ferelden in an area known as the Storm Coast. The Storm Coast is a sparsely populated stretch of shoreline along the Waking Sea. Ancient dwarven ruins, abandoned since the Divine Age, still line the coast, their architects long forgotten. Fallowmire is a sprawling stretch of isolated marshland in the southwestern Ferelden. The muggy, treacherous bog was one home to a small fishing community called Fisher's End, which was wiped out by a plague that swept through a few years ago. Inquisition soldiers are missing in the uncharted marshes of southern Ferelden. Completed one at least. Let's toggle that. So much Codex to read. So many Codex to read, should I say?
These truths the Maker has revealed to me, as there is but one world.
I'll become less and less as the game goes on.
And there was no sky maker.
I was trying to listen into that other conversation then. Everyone's speaking at once. The Fade. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade. An ultimately futile endeavour. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloguing a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of Dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through the sleeping visions, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context of life or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears among mortals and build their realms with no other ambition than taste of life. From Tranquility and the Role of the Fade in Human Culture by First Enchanter Josephus. Don't think I'm reading coherently because I've read so much. I think on that episode, if everyone stops speaking, Jesus Christ. Bloody hell, shut up. Let me stand in a corner. Bit quieter. Right. Yeah, we're going to end this episode here. Next time we'll explore all of Haven, read a lot of things, talk to everyone, do these side missions, Haven's Best and Brightest, and then we'll probably go out into the hinterlands. But yes, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.